What's going on, YouTube? This is Casey coming back to you guys for another financial video nugget. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Hopefully, you all have watched my previous videos about the importance of opening up a high yield savings account, putting money into it, and locking your credit reports. Those are very powerful, simple things to do, very basic fundamental practices that cost you nothing and save you a lot of time and headache in the long run. So, if you haven't done that yet, please go back, check the videos, and take care of that ASAP. So, in addition to the high yield savings account, you got to have some money to put into the high yield savings account. And for those of you who are really, really bad at saving, which a lot of people are for various reasons, there's a very relatively simple thing that you all can do that can help you save more money than what you're normally doing. This is something that I learned years ago, probably 10 or 15 years ago, when I was struggling a lot with saving money because it was just coming in and going out. And I thought I had a hole in my pocket. And it was something that I thought I would try that somebody suggested to me once that was really, really powerful. And I've been instituting it ever since then. And I tell everyone that I can who experience issues saving to do this. And that's the importance of paying yourself. Now, this applies no matter how much money you have, no matter how much bills you have. This is something that you can do. And it's a couple of ways that you can institute it. And let me tell you why this is important. Okay. It's important from an emotional, psychological, mental, and even physiological standpoint. When you think about the aspect of going to work 40 hours a week every single day, maybe you do or don't like your job. You think about all of the stress related things with actually having to pay bills to begin with, right? When you go to work, you give all your blood, sweat, and tears, and then what you have to show for it is to get a nice paycheck that then companies turn around and just snatch out of your hand. And the reward for that is you get to go back and do it all over again. That I think that's one of the leading causes of depression and sadness, and just overall a lack of feeling as though you have self-worth and feeling as though that you're working towards things. And a really, really good counter to that, to that issue is paying yourself when you get paid. And what you do is when you get paid, and it doesn't matter how much money you make, okay? What you do is you take 10, 15, $20 out of your check when you get paid, and you put it into a savings account. Now, one of my banks is Wells Fargo, and I've been with them quite a while. And what I do is I have an automatic payment or automatic transfer set up. So I've called them. I have a transfer set up to where they'll take $100 out of my check every 2 weeks, and they will put it into a savings account that I can't see. And I've actually hidden that savings account. And the cool thing about it is you don't even see that it's actually happening. So you're continually putting money away, not even realizing that you're doing it until and then you can't even see the money. You can always go in and hide the account, but the concept is out of mind, out of sight. So you set up the automatic transfer, the money gets transferred into this account. You can't see the account, you don't even miss it. It's the equivalent of literally going to Starbucks and spending $6 or $5 on a cup of coffee there, right? Over time, the money adds up. One of the psychological pain points that people have is checking their statements. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people don't check their statements. And the reason they don't do that is because you're just going to see a bunch of little small transactions add up all over the place. And then just a reminder and a psychological pain reminder of how little money you have. And who the hell wants to be reminded of that? So a lot of people don't check the statements. And what that does is it's a bad thing, but this is a reverse trick psychology that can help people who are really good at not checking the statements. Because what that does is well, if you don't want to check it when you know you ain't got no money, you probably ain't gonna check it when your money is automatically going into a savings account that you can't see in the first place. So call up your bank, Bank of America, tell them, hey, listen, I want to set up a $20 transfer for every 2 weeks or $100, however much money that you think you can comfortably save, and it doesn't matter how little it is, and you put it into that account. Okay, you can also contact your employer and you can have your automatic deductions just happen directly there to where they can take a certain percentage of your paycheck and they can put that into another account, preferably a higher savings account getting 2.4% interest. Hint, hint, hint. That that you don't have a debit card for, that you have to manually go into a bank like a PNC or something, so it makes it very hard for you to have access to the money. That's something that I had my girlfriend implement a few years back, and she's been able to save a lot more money with not making a lot of money just by purely implementing that one thing. And the crazy thing about it is that the bills still all seem to get paid. This everything still seems to get paid on time, relatively so. And she looks into the checking account that she has a small portion of her check going to, and she's like, "Hey, babe, I saved up $700 over the past 5 months, and I didn't even know. I wasn't even trying." All simply because you paid yourself first. It's a little secret. A lot of people don't know about it. They don't understand the power of it. And then when you actually think about it, remember, oh shoot, I've been having the money transferred to the account, and you go check it, you feel really, really good about yourself because it's a reminder, it's a little reward that you've been working towards something, and that you're not that the hours and the sweat and tears that you're going to work for isn't all in vain. And this is another thing. If you have a company that gives you employer matching, whether that's 401k or whether that's stock options, I don't care how little money you have to find a way to take companies up on that. And let me tell you why. Again, a lot of people will say, well, I just don't have the money for that right now. I'd love to do it. But I go back and I ask you this question. If people, okay, so my weakness is eating out. All right, I have a really bad weakness eating out. I've been getting a little bit better at it, but I'm pretty bad at it. If you eat out 2, 3, 4 days a week, you have money to save, and it's nothing else to discuss. If your money was that tight, you'd be eating at home. You'd be cooking your meals. You'd be taking your meals to work. You'd be sitting in the office or sitting outside on the bench, eating your food and drinking your water. So if and for the people who aren't eating out, because money's that tight, then it probably doesn't apply as much. But if you're doing any kind of eating out, you got the money to save. You got the money to put in employer matching. Because what that does is the employer says, listen, if you agree to put $100 into a 401k, a tax-free account for when you retire, we'll give you $100 to match it. And we'll do that up to, let's say, 6% of your check. More than likely, you may not have 6%. And if you do have 6% and you're not saving, then that's a real shame on you because you should be maxing that out to the fullest. Even if you turn around 2 or 3 years later and you say, hey, I want to take the money out and you get penalized for it, it's still free money. A lot of companies give you the ability to do stock options. If you're not maxing that out and you have the money, you're crazy. A lot of companies they will give you discounts on their stock. Let's say, and I'm using this as an example. I'm not saying this company does it, but I'm just giving an example so you have a visualization. So let's say you work for Dell and their stock is at I don't know $94, and I'm making it up. I don't know what the actual stock price is at, but let's say it's $94 today. Dell will say, hey, listen, we will give you the same stock at 20% off, which is I think it's 19 or 1880. We'll give it to you for $18.80. So that $90 stock, we'll give it to you for $71.20. I mean, who wouldn't do that? Who wouldn't take 20% profit on a stock right off the bat? It's literally free money. And that's one of the perks of being an employee at a lot of companies if they give you stock options. Or they'll give you the ability to purchase them at a discounted rate. I mean, you have to maximize that. It's an absolute no-brainer. It's literally free money. It's the equivalent of seeing somebody on the street and saying, "Hey, listen, I make a deal with you. You give me $80, I'll give you $100 back." Who would say no to that? You would think that the person had lost their mind for agreeing to give you $100 for you giving them 80, but that's what stock options are. So if you have the money, make it happen. If you're eating out and you say, "Oh, well, I don't think I have the money," then don't eat out for the week. Pay yourself first. I promise you. As time goes on, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you're not realizing it. 6 months is right down the road. As far as I'm concerned, hell, Christmas is right down the street. 6 months from now, you listen to this video, you just pay yourself starting tomorrow, and by Christmas time, you'll be realizing you got $800 or $1,500 in your account, and you don't even realize it. And the money just keeps adding up. And oh, by the way, because you got into your high yield savings account, it's drawing interest. So that's a great easy way to just kind of reward yourself for working and dealing with the daily grind and putting up with all the BS that life throws at you. It's easy to do. It's super smart. It's financially responsible. And it's great even if you're really, really fiscally irresponsible because it's something that you can do and you don't even think about it. You automate the savings process. I promise you guys from personal experience, it works. I've tried it. Um, it's excellent. Get the money, set it up, automatically transfer it into an account, hide the account online, forget about the money like it wasn't even there. And then if you realize 2 or 3, weeks down the road or a month down the road that you're not feeling the effects of it, maybe bump it up 15 or $20 more. You know, the beautiful thing is it works with any kind of amount of money. And I assure you, if you got no money right now, you got nothing in savings, and you're trying to just get something, $100, $80, $50, I don't care what it is, it will add up, you will accumulate it, and you will still somehow magically have all the bills paid as though you never even knew it. Don't ask me why it works, and if you implement it, I promise you it'll work. So please try it. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you guys have tried it, if you're thinking about trying it. I want to know what you guys think about it. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and expect to get more videos coming your way. Talk to you later.